This is the Hero 7 Black, and GoPro claims it to be a gimbal killer. They claim the electronic image stabilization in this is enough to eliminate the need for a gimbal. Could this be a solution for mountain bikers? This is the Hero 4 Black on an EVO SS gimbal. This is the undisputed king of mountain bike videos at the moment. This is everybody's favourite. It gives supreme stability of the camera. Can a little box like this that only has electronic stabilization really compete? I just took both out today just for a quick ride around my block. I'm going to put them to a serious test on Hale Valley Ranch tomorrow afternoon, and I'll do a longer video. But this is just a quick first look to test out my cumbersome and stupid looking apparatus for comparing these side by side. So this is my test setup. Two chest E-mounts overlapping, gimbal on the right side, Hero 7 on the left side. Do I look stupid? Yes. Will it give me results? Yes. Okay. Initial test of the GoPro 7 versus the GoPro 4 on the gimbal. This is just a quick ride around the block. Very smooth, very easy. Audio test, GoPro 7. Audio test, GoPro 4. For this test, both cameras were at 4K, 24 frames per second with Super View. Both had Pro Tune settings set at their default. So, bouncing on the bike up and down. So, bouncing on the bike up and down. So, bouncing on the bike up and down. The Hero 7 Black in its Pro Tune settings did have the audio change to wind, as it produced terrible wind noise in stereo. There's some gobbles. I'm not wearing a helmet, I really should. Oh well. Very quick ride. Very quick ride. Very quick ride. And we'll wander back. Actually, we'll wander back the other way. I'm wearing non-clipless shoes, non-clipless pedals. Oh well. So we'll see what this is like a bit more. We've got some wind. So we'll see what this is like a bit more. We've got some wind. So we'll see what this is like a bit more. We've got some wind. Up over the rocks. And we're back. The bike collection. GoPro, stop recording. So let me know in the comments how you think the GoPro 7 did against the Hero 4 Black. A couple of things I noticed while reviewing the video. The GoPro 7 tracks corners better than the Hero 4 on the gimbal. The gimbal always lags behind, but it's actually smoother turning. Also as well, when it comes to the drops down into like the drains and climbing back out, the Hero 7 will track the grade. So when you're out on technical terrain, it's more likely to give a clearer view as to the technicality of the terrain. The gimbal makes everything looks flat because it stays flat. But when it comes to general riding on the trail, I think the gimbal with the Hero 7 is just infinitely smoother. The audio, no comparison. Hero 4 still rocks. The 7 still sucks. Still hasn't been improved. I think where the 7 will potentially come in with its hyper smooth stabilization is that when you're in more challenging situations, such as in the winter, I plan to use it in the winter for my fat biking, where it can get wet, it can get cold, it can, get covered in crud. Basically, I can chest mount it. I could probably run using the audio adapter to an external mic for the sound quality, and I won't need to worry about the GoPro getting wet at that point in snow and so on. The Hero 4 with the gimbal is infinitely better on the sound, but it's a much more fragile system. I managed to kill a gimbal last winter and I had to get it repaired. If you had a crash, more likely to damage it and break it. So there, the Hero 7 wins out over the 4. But I think for general trail riding, it's the 4. The other thing I've noticed is that if I'm going to be running just the Hero 7, the hyper smooth stabilization only works in 16:9 4K when running in 4K. The 4K by 4:3 setting, you only have standard stabilization. I haven't tested that one yet. I don't think it's going to be any good. So if you want hyper smooth, you'll have to drop down to 2.7K. That may be acceptable and that's fine. If I'm going to run Hero 7 only, say during the winter, that quality will be good enough, and having the extra vertical space to adjust for the aiming of the camera on the chest as you move, do that in post. That's what you're going to have to do. That's what's going to be needed. So that's one thing for consideration there. Anyway, this was a very simple test. The real challenge comes tomorrow when I take it out to Hale Ranch. So keep tuned and look out for that trail. Subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for watching. See you on another trail.